In the last episode, we lost for the first time in 26 matches in the National League. Today, we need to get our season back on track. But before that, we have the chance to get further in the FA Trophy than we've ever been before. Hello and welcome to episode 56 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First of all, we're away to York City in the fifth round of the FA Trophy, and then we play Gateshead at home in the Vanarama National League Matchday 32, as we start to edge into the final third of the season and look for wins along the way and to keep up our gap at the top of the table, which after our defeat against Yeovil closed the gap a little bit. And we need to see what's been happening since you were last with us, and we'll do that in just a moment. But don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course, leave me a comment. It all helps here on YouTube, and you can also follow what's going on the channel, new series and all the rest of it by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, well, we get into it. Nothing has happened since you were last with us. We're playing back-to-back episodes here, purely because we've got an FA Trophy fifth round today. We had Chelmsford City in the last episode, beat them by a 1-0 to keep up our gap at the top of the table. But this then stumbled against local rivals Yeovil Town, a game that we should at least got a draw out of. A 1-0 loss. Should have been a 1-1 draw, but 1-0 loss in that one. And, well, that's left us looking like this. There has been a round of games in the National League. We'll have a quick look at those before we have a look fully at the table. Here we go. The games in the National League. You see there was a couple of games there to be played. These have been played in midweek, which also means that Chester have used up their game in hand. They drew 0-0 with Boston United. Aldershot Town beating Solihull Moors by 1-0. York, today's first opponents, beating Bromley by 1-0. Colchester beating Eastleigh, who are absolutely dropping away like a brick at the moment. They've just changed their manager as well, so hopefully they will try and stifle the fall. Fylde beating Hartlepool 3-2. Rochdale beating Barnet by 1-0. Scunthorpe pulled themselves clear, or trying to pull themselves clear. They have pulled themselves clear. They're all the way up here now. They were down the bottom, near the bottom. 2-1 against Dagenham Redbridge. And Torquay United, who've got new manager in Lee Johnson, have lost their latest game 2-1 to Guiseley. Torquay dropping into that relegation zone only by a couple of points, but that's how it is. So the table looks like this as we go into today's round of matches. We are top on 69, 8 points clear, and no games in hand now over Halifax Town in second place. Chester moved up into third on a good bit of form at the moment. They are third on 61, 8 points behind us, 9 points behind us, Oldham Athletic. And then there's a 5-point gap between Oldham Athletic and Hartlepool. Some 14 points adrift of us. Hartlepool on 55. Yeovil Town are 6th on 52. Bromley are 7th on 51. Scunthorpe just outside that playoff places on goal difference on 51. Then York and Barnet on, Fylde and York on 48. And then at the other end of the table, Aldershot Town standing on the trapdoor on goal difference alone. Chelmsford City also on 31 points, just below the trapdoor. Then Torquay United on 29. Gateshead on 23. And Guiseley on 20. We need to pick up Gateshead on a bad run of form at the moment. 5 losses on the trot. So that's what's going on there. The games that will be played today, we're of course playing on Tuesday as well against Gateshead, Altrincham and Oldham Athletic. and Halifax Town and Bromley. They're the teams that are playing today. Right, that's brought us up to date. Quick look at the medical centre. Josiah Linton, who got that knock in the last game. He's just come back after that knock. I'm not sure whether he'll get an outing today or not. We have brought in one more trialist in Rico Richards. Not sure whether we'll keep him or not. He is ex-Luton Town, Aston Villa and West Brom player. Never played for any of those sides, needless to say. But he could be an interesting signing if we were to take him on. Plays in that attacking playmaker role, or can play in midfield as well. So, yeah, we'll see. We need a little bit of extra. We need some goals from somewhere. And if he's a creative player, he might just be the player that we are looking for. 23 years old. Right, that is all the news for you. Today's game, York City in the FA Trophy. We've played them 4 times this series. We've beaten them twice, drawn against them once, lost to them once. The draw and the loss are at their place, which doesn't bode well, does it really? The York Community Stadium. We haven't beaten them at the York Community Stadium. So, of course, this, I think, if my memory serves me right, goes to penalties if it's not played out. Penalty shootout of scores a level after 90 minutes. No extra time either. So it's straight to penalties if we don't get a result in the 90 minutes. 3 subs as normal used from 5. They are without Haiti, who's out with a pulled thigh, and Kendall is doubtful with a sprained ankle ligament. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face York City in the 5th round of the FA Trophy. Can we go further than ever before? I sincerely hope so. And here is the team that faces York City in this FA Trophy. We have changed our formation back to version 2 of the 4-3-1-2, which means that we have Segundo Volantes in there today, and the 2 Prescott and Candlish on attacking mode. So we'll see how that goes. And we start in a positive frame of mind. Roan in goal then. It's Candlish, Blythe, Grante and Prescott on the right because of the suspended Jack Holman. Hewlett makes his 3rd appearance for us since coming in on loan. Morris and Gaspar are alongside him. Abdul Malek plays as the what is he playing? He's playing as a shadow striker, yes. Behind Peters and Wareham. Up front on the bench, Armitage, Vincent, Bolton, Nzingo and James Jones. And here we are at the York Community Stadium, and they are playing a 4-4-2 today. Neil Yardley is their manager, and we play our revised 4-3-1-2. We come onto the pitch, playing in our away kit today. Five minutes on the clock. Prescott with a long throw. Abdul Malik back out to Prescott. Prescott doing Prescott things into the area, and a penalty is given. Hewlett was brought down. Batty, I think it was, that brought him down. And it's Wareham. Puts it away in the corner. And 6th goal of the season for Jaden Wareham. And 7 minutes on the clock. We go 1 up. Tucked it right in the corner. Gasper coming out of defence, 24 on the clock. Gasper has Hewlett out there. Hewlett out to Candlish. Candlish now comes inside. Nearly lost that ball. Wasn't very decisive, was it? Morris. Gasper. Gasper. Hewlett. Hewlett has a shot. He's come back off the post. 37, nearly 38 on the clock. Throw in for York. Dyson on the ball. Ambrose. Bailey. Batty. Prescott is there in attendance. Pull that back. Batty. Gasper gets a foot in, but it's not cleared decisively. They're looking for a way through. And, whoa. Half-time has arrived. 10 shots, 7 on target. That's a bit more like it. That's what we've been missing. A 1.77 and 60% of the possession. They've had 2 shots. None of them are on target. 0.12 and 40% of the possession. 10 shots, 7 on target. That I like. York made all 3 changes at half-time. 48 on the clock. Gasper. Abdul Malik looking for Peters. It's fallen nicely for Peters. Peters tripped. Wareham has a shot. Wareham puts it away. 2nd of the game. 7th of the season. And on 49, we take a 2-goal lead. Is this unassailable? We haven't scored. There's the changes for York on the left side. That came back off of Bailey. And Bailey, I'm not sure if he tripped Peters or not, but referee played on. And Wareham put it away. Free kick. 51 on the clock. McGavin to Bennett. I was going to say Barrett then for a minute. Bennett into the area. It's gone in the back of the net. It failed to fall, and they get a goal back on 52. 4 minutes after we scored, or 3 minutes actually. And lots of players, and I'm not sure they weren't, some of them offside to be fair. But I suppose he played it back actually, didn't he? And with 66 minutes on the clock, making our first change, Abdul Malik is coming off. Glory Nzingo comes on for him. Short corner, 68 minutes on the clock. Hewlett and Candlish there, but that's into the arms of McCracken. And highlight continues. It's going to launch a long one in a minute. Blythe heads that back, but it's... Foul is in again, and Foul puts it away a second time, and they are level. And they have eaten up our 2-goal lead. Blythe heading that back. Should have headed back to the goalkeeper. And Foul is the player that's causing us the problems at the moment. And puts it wide of Roan. And with 17 minutes on the clock, that second goal going in, it's all square. Thought we had this one made. And we've taken off Bryn Morris and brought on Elliot Bolton. Prescott with a throw on that far side. 72 on the clock now. Garante back to Prescott. Prescott needs to do Prescott things. Wareham. It's a poor ball. And they take the ball up again. Oh, Grandeur. He's chipped the goalkeeper, but he's put it wide. Prescott with a throw in. 75 on the clock. Prescott needs to do Prescott things. Cross it in the area. Peters is there. Peters wins the ball. Tries to get it through, but McCracken is equal to it. And the highlight continues again. This last time that this happened, we failed abysmally. Grante heads it down to Gasper this time. Prescott comes forward again. Oh, and he's lost it, but he managed to get a foot in. Nzingo to Peters, and it's gone over. Thought that was going in. I thought the goalkeeper had saved it, actually. But Nzingo puts it in for Peters. Peters just over the top. McCracken with a free kick. 79 on the clock now. It's headed down. Hewlett tidying up. Hewlett, Prescott. Swapped Hewlett's side. Nzingo comes forward. He's looking for it. Nzingo, what's he going to do? He's been pulled down, but nothing given. Prescott. Garante. Ball still alive. Prescott. Bolton. Prescott to Hewlett. Hewlett tries to find it, loses the ball, but Nzingo's there. Blythe. Gasper to Candlish. Candlish creating a bit of space. Cross it in. It's come off the post, and it's hit the other post as well. And it's not gone in. Hewlett takes it out. This possibly was the chance. Is this going to penalties? We need to be careful who we take off here. Oh, it was a good shot by Nzingo. Hit both posts and cleared. And 89 minutes near enough on the clock. We are making our final change. We have brought on Will Armitage. We have taken off Ben Blythe. 4 minutes of added time. They've cleared the ball. Candlish We need to find this, otherwise it's going to penalties. Bolton through to Nzingo. Nzingo goes on his own. Nzingo! He's beaten the goalkeeper. Candlish! Oh, it's over the top. Candlish must have seen that flash before his eyes. And we've thrown this away. And we really should have won this game quite commandingly. When you see the stats, we've really had the chances. And for the second time in a row in the FA Trophy, it's gone to penalties. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie, 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 dear. Candlish. Harrison Rowan, we don't want him to take penalties. It's going to be Hewlett, I think, is going to take the final penalty. Or do we put Nzingo in there? I think we might put Nzingo in there, actually. Move Nzingo up. And put him in there. And Hewlett can take the sixth one if it goes that far. Elliot Bolton's the next. So they are our penalty takers. Wareham, Peters, Armitage, Candlish, Nzingo, Hewlett and Bolton. Let's hope we can prevail and go further than we've been before. We should never have thrown this away. So here we are then. And Wareham is first up. We are taking the first penalty. And he's put it away, top corner. Change sides this time. Roan needs to make a hero of himself. Bennett steps up. Bennett. He's put it in the back of the net. Roan trying to get there. 1-1 after one. McCracken in the goal. Amika Peters. He sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Well done, Amika. He's had a torrid time penalty-wise just recently, but put that one away. Seisbert. And Roan nearly got there. It wasn't convincing, but it's 2-2 after two. Will Armitage, come on, substitute late in the game. He's put it away, top corner. McCracken went the right way, didn't quite get it. Grandor and Roan. Oh, it's hit the post. I thought Roan had saved that for a minute. And it's 3-3 after three. This is going all the way. Candlish is next up. Faces McCracken. Oh, and he's put it away. Dyson versus Roan. And he's put it away as well. It's 4-4 after four. Goodness me. Nzingo. What's he going to do? Oh, and it's been saved. And McCracken saves it. I think we're going out in the fifth again. This time on penalties. And the player that scored two already this game is up for the final penalty. Foul. And he's put it away. We are out of the FA Trophy. And, well, 5-4 on penalties. And then Nzingo, the player, I wouldn't have had him missed it. Maybe we should have left Hewlett in there. And Foul is player of the match, not surprised. And, well, there you go. 18 shots, 12 on target. Should have blown them away when we had the chance. 3.29 on the XG. Yeah, says it all, doesn't it? 64% of the possession. They had 6 shots, 2 on target. 2 goals, 1.37 and 36% of the possession. We squandered our chances basically and should have won that match comprehensively. Any other day, we probably would have done. So here we are, the fifth round finished like this. Chester beating Fylde 3-0. They are on a rich game run of form at the moment. Chester. Aldershot Town beating Dagenham Redbridge 2-1. Darlington will play Marine. Darlington beat Marine 2-0. Eastleigh, a first win for a long while, beating FC United. Slough Town losing to Colchester 5-2. Torquay winning the first time for a while against Solihull Moors 2-0. Yeovil Town going through on penalties after a 0-0 draw with Rochdale. And of course, we went out on penalties against York City. So that's how it is. The draw for the quarterfinals looks like this. Aldershot will play Chester. Eastleigh will play Colchester. Torquay will play Yeovil Town. All Southwest derby there. And York City are playing Darlington, a North East derby as well. So, right old mix. That's how it is. And it's Darlington, Vanarama National League North, the lowest side in the competition still. Everybody else in the National League. We'll see how that prevails. Of course, Bradford City in the Football League now. Won it last season. Right, that's how it is. There has been some games in the National League. Quick look at those. They've just gone. This is today's fixtures. But quite sure why it's so far back as that. A very weird scenario. That's today's fixtures. But why it was so far down, I really don't know. I might have clicked on the wrong thing. I'm not sure. Oldham Athletic beating Oldham 2-0. Halifax Town and Bromley 0-0. Halifax Town having a bit of a torrid time as it stands at the moment. So as it looks going into this game, Oldham and Halifax have played a game more than us. Oldham now 6 points behind us in second place on 63. Halifax Town are third on 62. Chester are fourth on 61. So that's how it stands going into today's games. It's a game against Gateshead then, and we face them at the Bob Lucas. Previously, we have played them 3 times, lost to them once at the Gateshead International Stadium, beat them at the Bob Lucas 2-0. Bolton and Melvin Lambert last season. This season, we have beaten them 3-2 at the Gateshead International Stadium. On that occasion, it was Peters, Nzingo and James Jones, the scorers. Barnes getting 2 for Gateshead, including 1 5 minutes into injury time to make it look a bit closer than it really was. Let's go and see if we can get a result against Gateshead then. And this is the team that will face them in Vanarama National League Match Day 32. And so it is back to league duty and a chance to open that gap at the top of the table back up to 9 points. That's the target today in this game against Gateshead. Match day 32 in the Vanarama National League. And, well, we're just 14 games away from the end of the season, of course. Roan in goal then. Linton, Blythe, Armitage and Prescott are our defensive line. I'm not sure whether Prescott's best placed. Yeah, that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. So Prescott continues on that right side. Hewlett, Bolton and Braley in midfield. And Nzingo sits behind Jones and Wareham up front. And then on the bench we have Garante, Vincent, Gasper, Abdul Malik and Amika Peters. And here we are back at the Bob Lucas, and won 2 of our last 5, drawn 2 and lost 1 with the revised formation. Gateshead lost 6 on the trot, I believe, and they are playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. We are top on 69, Gateshead 23rd on 23. Gateshead playing white and black tonight. Their number 4 looks huge. Gateshead with a throw-in on that far side, and I presume that's their defensive end at the moment. Long. Barnes. Back to the goalkeeper. Timpson. Power. Barnes. Back to Timpson. Ball. Wayward. Braley picking it up in midfield. Braley chips it over top for Wareham. Wareham not there. Goalkeeper Archer on it. Highlight continues. It's a long ball to the back. Oh, missed out. Nzingo pumps it out to Linton. Linton is back after his injury. Crossed up deep, but nobody there. Wareham will pick it up, though. Wareham Oh, he's had a go from distance. It's over the top, though. They have a free kick, 15 on the clock. Chipped forward. It's headed clear. Wareham picks it up. Nice control of the ball. Brings it forward. What's he going to do? He's going to run out of steam here. He has. He's lost the ball. Whittaker takes it off his foot. And Prescott wins that back. Braley. Prescott wasn't having it. It's gone through. Jones is going to get there. Jones has got there. Jones puts it away. 11th goal of the season. And what a counter-attack that was after we lost the ball. It was all down to Prescott winning that ball back. And it got through to Braley. And Braley chipped that over the top. And then it was a race. And Jones winning that race. Is that the number 4? Timpson. Got there. Drew the goalkeeper and put it away. Thrown on that far side. Prescott is there. Prescott to Braley. Prescott in, looking for Jones. And Jones gets his second of the game, 12th of the season. And boy, oh boy, we've got a 2-goal lead again. Let's hope we don't capitulate like we did in the last game. Certainly a lot more. And that was a lovely ball. Jones arching to get there. Question whether he was offside. No, he's onside when that ball's played. As you'll see, it's Pickard that's playing him on. And it's Long that's the tall player. He's not Timpson, as I originally thought. Well headed into the back of the net. They have a free kick. Pickard swings it in. It's cleared. And Prescott will come away with it. Prescott on the wrong wing, as it is. But he's bringing it back in field now. He's got Bolton there. He's working his way back across field. Braley comes forward. Braley as the wing back at the moment. Braley crosses deep. Jones on a hat-trick. He's just put it wide. Thought Jones was going to put this away in the top corner for a minute. Just guided it wide. We have a corner. Linton swings it in. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Will Armitage. He's 6th of the season. And on 36 minutes, we go 3 up against Gateshead. And those 9 points at the top of the table are back in there. Lovely flicked header from Armitage. Free kick. Swung in. Prescott heads it away again. Hewlett. Jones. Wareham. We're on a counter again. Wareham. What's Wareham going to do? Wareham, is he going to lose this ball again? Hopefully not. Cross it in. Oh, it's gone wide. I think it's saved, actually. It was a block by Power. And it's gone out for a corner on that far side. Chester beating Solihull Moors by a goal to nil. Braley. Deep. Goalkeeper comes. Somebody punched it, I think. And it's cleared. This was the breakaway. Wareham had Long in front of him. And Long's big. Crossed it in. And then Zingo tries to get the shot away. But it was blocked by Power. Power with a free kick. 42 on the clock. Pickard changes sides. And Prescott pressing. That one's over the top. Blythe heading that away to Prescott. Prescott not clearing it very well, though. But it's tied it up. Nenzingo. Prescott having a good day out there today. Prescott inside to Wareham. Prescott. What's he going to do? He's got support from Armitage. Prescott. Bolton. Prescott. Armitage. Prescott changes attack. Hewlett. It's got Linton outside him. Linton into the area. Linton might have a go on his own. He's trying to curl it. Goalkeeper equal to it. And half-time has arrived. 3-0 at half-time. 13 shots, 8 on target. It's going well. 1.60. They've had 2 shots, nothing on target. 0.08. We've had 65% of the possession against their 35. We are in the box seat at half-time. No changes at half-time. 49 minutes on the clock. And I think this is a throw-in. Power has picked the ball up. He's thrown it in to Malowski. Not a name I remember from the first half. It's come back off the woodwork, though. Braley. And Prescott flicks that on. Pickard. And we need to check that there hasn't been a change early in this second half. I don't remember Malowski in that first half. But he got the cross in. and it was Sinclair beat Roan, but didn't beat the woodwork. And with 17 minutes on the clock virtually, we're making 2 changes. Callum Hewlett is tiring. He's had a good game. We have replaced him with Abdul Malik, but Nzingo drops back, but he can't play as a defensive midfielder, so he's going to play as a little bit more of attacking midfielder. So we got a bit of a Frankenstein's monster in as far as the setup is concerned. He's going to play Mazzala in that role. In fact, we'll have a Mazzala as a supporting role. And the other change is up front. Wareham was getting tired. He's not had a bad day, really. And we've replaced him with Amika Peters. Jones moving out to the right, staying as that false 9, though. We have a throw-in on that far side. Alpha Prescott is tired. We don't have the change to make. Linton into the middle. Abdul Malik. It's gone wide. Linton to Nzingo. Nzingo firing it across. Abdul Malik trying to create the space. Couldn't put it away. And with 86 minutes on the clock, we've decided to take off Alfie Prescott. He has had a good game, but he is extremely tired. And we've put Garante on in his place. I'm not sure which way round this would be better. I'm not sure any of them can play in that role. In fact, Ben Blythe possibly can, albeit he's on the wrong side. Can Linton play over there? Linton can play over there. Ben Blythe can play in that position. Maybe, just maybe, we change that around again. Let's change it back. Right, Prescott is going to come off, but he's going to come off and we'll bring Vincent on in place of him. Liam Vincent could play over there. It's not his best position. We'll just swap sides. Linton can play on the right to see the game out. Minihan, 87 minutes on the clock. Long. Whittaker fires one forward. Sinclair's going to get there. Cross it deep. And it's gone in the back of the net. Conor McBride, 5th goal of the season. They get one back. And a clean sheet's out the window. Sinclair getting it to it, chips it over. McBride, an open net. Blythe will get to that ball. 3rd minute of 6 added on. Vincent comes forward. Vincent, first foray we've seen, crosses this deep. The goalkeeper can only punch it. Bolton. Braley, it's come back off the crossbar. And how lucky can you be? Jones, Linton. Oh, that's looking for Nzingo, but it was Wayward, and Sinclair's on it. And Sinclair's in again. He's put it wide, though. Roan, I think, put him off slightly. It was a poor ball and given away. Sinclair was away down the middle. Roan come out, made the angle. He had to go one way or the other. It's all over. We have succeeded in beating Gateshead and getting back to 9 points at the top of the table. I'm sure that's what it is. James Jones, 2 goals, 16 and 29. Couldn't find the back of the net a 3rd time, albeit he did try. Will Armitage on 35. Conor McBride on 88. Only turned out to be a consolation. 16 shots, 9 on target. A 1.98 on the XG. 66% of the possession. They had 7 shots, just the 1 on target, which was the goal. 1.18. 34% of the possession. That's a bit better. Puts our season back on track. Well, what I hadn't accounted for was Chester, and of course in there in a rich vein of form at the moment. They are 8 points behind us on 64 points. We are top on 72. Chester second on 64, as I say. Oldham Athletic third on 63. 9 points behind us. Halifax Town 4th on 62, 10 points behind us. And then there's a gap down to Hartlepool, who are in 5th on 55 points. So I think we're 17 points clear of them, if by my reckoning. Bromley are 6th on 52. Yeovil Town 7th, also on 52. Scunthorpe just outside of the player places on 51. And then down the bottom, Eastleigh are 20th on 33. Aldershot Town 31. Torquay United of 29. Gateshead in 23rd on 23. 6-point gap between them and Torquay United now. 10-point gap to Eastleigh. They are in trouble. Guiseley are 24th with 21 points. The results today then: Chelmsford 1, Yeovil Town 0. Goodness me. Guiseley 4, Dagenham Redbridge 4. We know our results: 3-1 against Gateshead. York City 2, Southend 2. That is how it has finished. We will be back. We are going to play a couple of games. Then we're going to play one game offline. We're going to play Bromley offline. And then we're going to come back for Barnet and Solihull Moors, because I don't think we saw them earlier in the season. And then we'll have a little bit of a gap down again to see how we go. And we're obviously going to end up with Eastleigh and Altrincham. Final games of the season as we get closer to that end of the season, coming back towards the end of February. Well, there you go. We have managed to open that gap back up a little bit. It was down to 6 points, but we've pushed it back out again, which is good news. And hopefully we can continue to push that envelope as we look for automatic promotion and our first season in the Football League. That would be rather good. We've got only that to concentrate on now. Out of the FA Cup, out of the FA Trophy. Let's get to the end of the season and see how we get on. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released. And new episodes of Bottom to the Top are released every Tuesday and Friday here on the channel at 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date, everything that's happening on the channel, new series, old series, everything. The best way to do it is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 57. It's out on Friday. Till then, goodbye.